Hello guys, I'm Mashiba, came back once again. Shout out to the video. Hajime Pro Round 1429 came out yesterday. Today's Wednesday. I've been bleeding, sweat breaking, watching the computer malfunction and choke up. Every single thing that you could think of. They're trying to get that over hour video done with all types of editing at this point is now rendering. And my only fear now is it might not finish rendering and some potential copyright issues. Besides from that, the video's done. It's done. It's going through rendering. I already got all the same nows down. I already know to put some extra things in the description. It's when I mean days, like I think I recorded the video. Yeah, I recorded the video, right? Yeah. I recorded the video before, like around the last chapter review, right? I've been working on that video ever since. So nearly a week. Computer failures, of searching for images. It's finally over. I can finally not be like, you know what? I still got something to do. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it finished. It could be finally over. Yes. It doesn't feel real. And it's one of those things where you work on it for so long. It's just like, you know, I can't wait to get to the end of this, boy. I just can't wait. Boy, I can't wait. I'm so close. Oh, I gotta go do this. Oh, I'm still missing out on this, but it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. All right. It's over. Thank the Lord, it's over. And that's the worst part about it. I could be doing this for a video that might not even get any views. Like, I didn't get done with the thumbnail until most of the video, until like 90% of the video was done. I'm dead serious. I don't know if it's just because how busy I was or me just trying to get the video done. Like it's my editing has improved. I don't know how what happened. Like Senna versus Gonzalez, he just somehow got better. Let's get right into this. Enough chat and chatter of trials and tribulations and struggles. Let's hop right into it. I have seen a few images because I was trying to see what it was, but hopefully it's not what I think it is. Stars off for Kumi and the Mukaniuchi. I believe this is inside the on the beach in the ocean water. While Mashiba awaits his world title match, what is Kumi up to? Round 1429. Shall we go to the ocean? Following up what she said last chapter, where she wanted to quote unquote go to the ocean. But and Kumi looks over, and Ippo looks back, and he says like the ocean, and Katara's like I can't hear them, and Teihei's like listen harder, and Ippo's like I mean if that's the case we can have an ocean right here, not for fishing. And Teihei Katara looks over, and Kumi's like how does going for a swim sound? And he paused at this, and she's like, to be honest, I actually brought a swimsuit. And he puts like a swimsuit. And Kumi's like, it's been really tense at home lately, so I just want to cut loose. And Tei's like, we'll accompany you. The Katara's like, of course. And Kumi's like, I just want it to be the two of us. And Ippo says to himself in his head, just the two of us swimming. And he imagined Kumi in a bathing suit. And he's sweating bullets. And Kumi's like, will you take me? And he like, yes, of course. Someone says, hooray. Once Mashiba becomes world champion, there's so much we have to do. And then you see a truck pull up at a warehouse. And Mashiba's like, I'm back. And I believe this is the girl that Mashiba was talking to like some chapters ago. And she's like, Ryo-chan, good work today. And her father says, thanks you for helping us. And the girl is like, you're going to train already? Take a quick break. And he just continues to walk away as she says Mashiba. And then I believe that's his boss father like, we put up your posters. I tell our partners to put them up too. Get some free advertisement. Everybody's already asking about buying tickets. We've all got high hopes for you. And we see the poster. WBC. What I'm telling you, I told you, George must has a WBC sponsorship because every single fight is with the WBC. Maybe his personal favorite because of the history behind it. Could be, but like, why is it especially every first fight, WBC? The only person that haven't been like that is Ricardo. and he's the super champion, on which we don't know the qualifications he got behind that. But it's Rio and Marcus Rosario in front of a cross. It's called Judgment Day. That's a decent person. And then they tell Mashiba, "You're Japan's pride, Mashiba." Actually, technically, I can't speak on Fumiyata, but Sendo Mashiba has been carrying Japan on his back, besides from the great Takamura. And Mishiba's working on the heavy back. And Fuji's like, he's pretty close to the bag, isn't he? Isn't this an anti-Rosario strategy? And Mishiba's close, like, I didn't give him any specific instructions. He made his own assumptions. He's completely different from before. He continues. His recklessness is gone. With each punch, each moment of training, he's digging deeper. He's giving all his he's giving his genuine all for victory now. Maybe something like that seems obvious for a word talent, but for him, it's a huge transformation. Get this close up, him tearing up the bag. But all that training and strength, is just for his fight against his old self. He certainly got an opponent in his mind. And he continues, as well as a bunch of other people too. And Fuji's like a bunch of others. And the coach continues, everyone that has supported him up to this point, obviously he never said it to himself. And Fuji's like, but I can feel more and more. I feel like he's more and more aware lately. Actually, that might not have been Fuji. No, it might have. Then we get to zoom outside the gym. He's different from before when he fought on hatred alone. Now I send him out with pride as a first-class fighter. And Mashiba leaves the gym. He's coming back home. And Mashiba rushes inside. He's like, the lights are off. Kumi. That's right. She's out on night shift tonight. He remembers. Which thought would happen. But this is what she come home to. I made that for her. And I have not to worry and let her go. I have to not let her worry, let her go out on her own. As he closes the door. And we get some interesting imagery that is reminiscent of Kentaro Miya's work. And we see some a flame effigy. And some, I believe it's a mental thought, says, who the hell are you? Who the fuck are these guys? And we get this further image of it. Really look like some Kentaro Miura work here. It really does. Like this effigy of a human being with all these skulls and ringed necks all around him. And no. And the thing looks at Mashiba and starts seeing some hands on Mashiba. And they're like, at least it's the police like, grab him, calm down. And Mashiba's like, that was my face. We see outside the police station, they all got serious injuries. You went too far to claim safe defense. You're on probation, aren't you? Get out of here. Just go home. And Mashiba says to himself, what the fuck? And we go to this apartment, and we see two individuals talking. No, we see it outside of the apartment. Why does it always end up like this? Can't you control yourself? Rio, if you keep this up, forget school, you wouldn't be able to live in Loban society. What if something happened to us? You'll be the only one left. Well, what happened to Kumi? And Mashiba says to himself, I never thought about that. But when I snap like that, I can't help it. That guy just comes out, and I just lose it. Why don't other people get that? I'm just fucked up. Just me. And the people this is the father figure here. You'll just make your sister ashamed of you. As her big brother, think before you act. And Mashiba says to himself, as her big brother, a car accident. And Kumi, and I believe it's Mashiba saying, don't cry, Kumi. I take care of you. From now on, we'll get by just by the money they left us. But we can't go overboard. Kumi's school fees, groceries, utilities, damn it. I can't even guess how much it all is. I gotta make it work somehow. I have to. I believe there's some people who used to know him. And they're like, oh, nah, oi, Mashiba Rio? It was you, Mashiba Rio. I heard you're strong. Mashiba's like, fuck off. And they pull out a baton by saying, oi. They strike him with it. And they're like, don't fucking annoy me. And Mashiba is like, don't. But he start whooping ass. Don't come out. He's coming out. Mashiba's heroic spaz still lingers in his thoughts. To be continued. Uh. Uh. I don't really know what to say about that. Well, let's start from the beginning. Kumi and Ippo going to the beach. I guess it's a date. I guess. Don't got shit else to do. Really, really worth 2 chapters for that. No, not really. But for the second half with Mashiba and the coach, like, oh, he's changed. We've been seeing hits towards this all the way back, and like ever since he, oh, yeah, it's after Ippo fought Sendo, and around when he fought Sonata, and it was Mashiba versus Kimura, where just like, oh, you know, eventually around, oh yeah, yeah, I think he was like he was already Japanese champion, and he could be a runner-up for like like a world, was it a world championship? Maybe it was a world championship or the Pacific title. And he could have had an offer if he destroyed Kimura. He'll be like, he'll be able to get that offer to fight the guy. And his coach is like, you know, you'll soon realize one of these days, Mashiba, when you make it to the top, it won't be the world that changed, but it'll be you. And we've already brought up how, you know, Mashiba has changed, how he's grown, how he's gotten better over the years. And now we have this chapter with some real Beast of Darkness type energy here. And the same Beast of Darkness type, like, come on. What do you mean Mashiba don't come out? What is this? And I can't even tell if I hate it. I think I just feel indifference to it. It's, why? And what significance does this have now? What does this have to do with Marcus? All I gotta say is, if this leads to a fight where he's supposedly for the third time he's getting pushed to the edge, I swear, if Marcus Rosario is not a counterpuncher, and it's the same thing. No, but we gotta see how it turns out. I won't say it's, well, you know, it's end all be all, it's all ruined, but it's just, it's remind me of that same stupid thing in Berserk where, after all these years, for 2 years straight, we've never seen the Beast of Darkness, we've never heard about the Beast of Darkness, we never had a hint towards it, but out of nowhere, he's just out of control, but Guts can't control himself, he's like an animal. Where was this? When this happened? And then Casca shows back in the story, and he's just an animal, he just can't control. Where this come from? Isn't it the same Guts after the Lost Children arc that says, you know, I'm gonna fight to stay who I am. I'm better than that. I'm like, is this the same person who gave that speech? Who so casually just threw away the Beast of Darkness like he was nothing? But this somehow it's the biggest thing in the world, and no one points that out about Kentaro. No one says anything. After the Lost Children arc, the series is just not the same. But it is what it is. But we get the exact same type imagery, and it's just I don't know what to think of this. This whole Mashiba can't control himself type thing. Which this does change the parallel between him and someone more. So it's just, and we did just see Marcus just try to shoot a man and just shoot out into the crowd. I don't know what type of, I don't see where George is going here. My rating for the chapter opinion, I'm just indifferent. I don't think it got an opinion. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't even see where this is even going. Cause like, when I said I saw a few images, right? I was just trying to see, you know, see what the first 2 pages are. When I was like working on the video, right? Around like it was late night. I was just trying to see what we'd be working with. And then I saw some things like this, but I didn't see the whole Berserk thing. But like I saw like a few pieces of it. It's just, like, you can't say this is not George referencing the man when the imagery looks the exact same. If you ever read Berserk, like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, especially in certain panels. So it's just, I don't see what this does. I just don't. I don't see what this adds to his character. I just don't. And then the whole, well, he changed so much now he be fighting for humility and pride. I'm telling you, I'm done with the entire fight. If it goes just back to that whole stupid, well, he gotta control himself. Unless it's a counter punches, that won't matter. He's already conscious his demons twice. I don't get it. I don't see what much more you want. Like, why haven't we gotten past this story point already? Why is it the exact same thing? I don't know, man. Seem like Ippo and Kumi got a date by themselves. And then it goes from this whole aspect where Mashiba was always looking out for his sibling.
Always take care of you. Don't worry about money or how to make ends meet, or about going to college. Don't you worry about anything.
Even though nobody liked him, and how they was just going from place to place. Not change perspective, he wasn't thinking too much about Kumi until these people said something about it, and he's like, as a big brother, Mashiba. Now I think about it, because there's a whole lot of berserk imagery here with Mashiba here, and I gotta make sure. I guess, yeah. Never mind. This is before. This is no. I don't change as much. That's pretty sure that's the the what you call them? The matriarch and patriarch of the Mashiba household. Their parents saying that to Mashiba. And I just thought he always had that instilled in him, especially as a child. But now it's I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think, man. The last time I felt like this, I saw Transformers last night, and it's just I walked away with it. Just I didn't know what to say, and in this case, it's I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know how I feel about this, cause I read enough Berserk, all of Berserk, and I know what Kentaro Miura art style looks like, and the reference here is very strong. We've already seen the Bell Mint inside Ippo before as a reference, when Ippo's getting all those lucky items when Takamo is gonna fight Keith Dragon, and we already know that George Morikawa and Kentaro Miura were friends. And they both worked on, like I think Kitaro used to be one of George's assistants, and they were aware of each other. George talked about Kitaro's death. It was sad, but I and it seems like I don't know, man. What was that? Kitaro passed away like a year or two ago. Like, yeah, it was 2021, and by that time, we've already had that whole. I can't really recall, but I think he was already fighting Juan Garcia, right? Was he? I could be wrong. So it just could be something to plan, and it's just I don't know, man. It's strange. It just really is strange. Yes. We got the half a chapter, which is useless. Or could have just put in the last chapter, learned about Mashiba thing. And we get this other half a chapter where it's just like Misha was just. Apparently he's this monster. He's just this. He just can't control himself. And I'm having that exact same feeling when the Beast of Darkness showed up in Berserk. It seemed like some random nonsense. It's how do we go from Mashiba conquering his demons to Mashiba just as well he can't control himself and he's like a monster. Like where did this come from? It don't make sense. And people defend that stupid Berserk nonsense even though it's dumb. Everybody should know that thing is stupid. The whole Beast of Darkness thing. Especially how it's used later. I don't know, man. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. You have to ask your parents about the whole Mashiba thing. Because what I'm about to say, what we was getting into is with the title, where it's like, oh, you know what is Misha was focused on this world title match. What is the Big Brother doing? And what is Kumi doing? And it's just like, you don't have anything else? Why is this fight so damn important? If Mashiba wins or lose, it's not like the series ends. Same thing with Sendo. If Sendo get his ass whooped, the series don't end. So like, what is this whole rush and push to see this damn fight for? Why? Why? Somebody said, well, you know, Joyce is getting old. Ippo's not returning. He's not. And it seems like there could be nothing in this fight or the Sendo fight that's going to cause him to return. And then somebody said, well, if Sendo lose, Ippo could pick up where he left off and they fight similar. No, you stupid idiot. Like Coach Korogami said, they're not the same. They don't punch the same. Their range is not the same. They're not the same type of fighter. So it's not the same. But, you know, Sendo did with Ippo couldn't, with Garcia, with Gonzalez, and Ippo could just, no. No, it doesn't work the same. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. You'd be like, well, Ippo's gonna fight Ricardo for the Pride of Japan. That's just not who Ippo is. It's just not. Not cool in the fact that Ippo don't see AJ Dante as a brother, but he does with Sendo. But even then, Sendo lost before. No, he only lost to Ippo. Never mind, huh? You could say Vorg lost before. And he felt bad for him, but it wasn't like, oh, you know, because Vorg got beaten by Sendo, I'm going to beat Sendo for him. That's just not part of Ippo's character. So he's not somebody to go get some revenge or want to test his steel like that. If he ends up fighting, he ends up fighting. If he don't, he don't. Same thing with Jimmy Fister. No rage, no malice. He's a stuff. I do better than Sendo. I don't think Ippo would personally put himself in the same situation when Sendo got knocked out or beaten by Ricardo. That's just not him. Now, couldn't affect the tactics the same, and like I keep mentioning before, the new Dentro, Ippo's a whole different animal, so it's not a comparison. So it does nothing for his character. And then, if like I said, he does want to do that, he's still gonna take like at least 200 to 300 chapters before he even fight Ricardo because it reads. Unless it goes, so somebody say, well, you know, after Ippo, he fought that one guy from Thailand, and he fought Sendo. That was a personal matter, and Sendo was a Japanese champion. What are you talking about? Didn't Sendo slay like 4 Mexicans before he even got a chance to fight Ricardo? And even then, he fought Gonzalez because Ricardo was interested because he sparred him. If he would have went out there, there's no guarantee he would have fought Sendo in the first place. So what are you talking about? But he fought Wally. I can't really recall he got the Wally fight. Oh, how Wally got that fight, so it's just... Maybe it's just me. But it's not a part of Ippo's character to get something back for the pride of the country. That's just not him. Not at all. Even when people have all these high hopes for Ippo's fighting this for himself and the coach. He wasn't waiting for the crowd or getting juiced up by the crowd when he was winning against Rafael Gonzalez. It was him showing that the coach boxing actually works on a world level. So even then, he don't need the crowd or he don't need to have a sense of revenge. It doesn't exist. Even when... No, he sparred Ricardo before that. But even then, every time Ricardo is brought up, it's never just, well, to get the Vince. It's about Ippo fighting him by himself. So even if Sendo loses to Ricardo, it's not going to do anything for him. Since when Sendo fought Gonzalez, it didn't do anything to him. We're supposed to have a Carlos Rivera. Then again, even with Carlos Rivera, Joe was still boxing. So it just, there's no type of comparison to it. There's just none. So what's the whole big rush, you know? I just hope we get a definitive answer that Ippo is just done as a fighter. It's over, and then people's expectations will go elsewhere, and then however the story turns out, however it turns out. If he's holding back on it because of sales, I can understand the business practice, but you're going to lose customers either way because there are already people on the Reddit, on which I think I went there for like to see if the chapter was uploaded, and that's already like, I thought Ippo was the main character, this and that. So it's just, like, it is what it is, man. Mashiba, Berserk Parallels, and peace.